Hi, Izet from Zester's Lab. I'm getting ready for bed. Tomorrow we're going on a road trip. So I must say, I'm really excited. I haven't been out of my city for 18 months. I mean, it's crazy. We were on our way to New Zealand and then Corona hit and then we had to stay housebound and then we're still here. We haven't gone anywhere. I mean, it's crazy. And now Hubby needs to go to a site inspection a little out of town, an hour and a half away. So we're going to make it a sleepover, 2-night sleepover in a nice hotel. Oh my goodness, I'm excited. But, the whole thing about this message is how I've learned to do whatever you have to do to make your life easier. I mean, life in this realm is not easy. And because we are in fear of things that's coming, that never do come, or filled our minds with the past and everything, we forget to live in the moment. We don't realize that life always only happens now. We only have now. I mean, it's life changing when we get out of the future and start to realize, hey, life happens now. So Hubby's really struggling to fix our 4x4, our car. We call him Noddy. Oh, we love our 4x4. But remember, we gave our second car to our son, who lives in Cape Town, before we were on our way to New Zealand. So yes, now we're staying, and now we only have one car, only our 4x4. And now all of a sudden, it really has broken down, and Hubby is doing everything in his power. It's driving him really insane to try and fix Noddy. Restore it, actually. He's actually restoring Noddy to his formal glory. But it takes a little bit longer. And now he's really in pieces and we need to go. I mean, what do we do? So he came to me yesterday and he says, I think we need to rent a car for the trip. And then I just got this idea of, let's rent a car for a month. It's going to be a little bit more expensive, but then he doesn't have any stress. Then he can slowly fix Noddy. We can go on the work trip, our little holiday, and all is well. So, you know what, this morning we decided to take a Uber and go and fetch our rent car at the airport. And as we were driving there, I also wrote this message on my Facebook page. I'll put the link below. But, you know, life happens now. And we've got it in our power to make our life so much easier when we stop fearing tomorrow and just start to do what the Spirit in us leads us to do now. Because the awesome thing is, whatever the Spirit wants to do through us, He will do. And He will provide for us whatever we may need so that He can fulfill His way through us, and that is just amazing. Our only problem is we've got our plans and our way, and it's usually against the life and the spirit in us, against his way, and that is where the war takes place. So the moment we surrender and let go and die to our way and start to just walk in the spirit, what he allows us, and make peace with that, we're in heaven. I mean, I cannot explain to you the joy that I am experiencing with having a new car. I have a new car. Yes, now we have a brand new car. And it's amazing. I mean, a friend of ours, a wonderful friend, he said, but no, don't go and rent a car. I've got one that you can borrow. And when he said it, my peace just went. And I just knew that that's not the plan. That's not what the spirit in us, in me, wants. He's leading us by giving us this peace and joy and excitement, and even provide for us the money to go and rent a car for the month. I mean, for you guys out there who's got lots of money in the bank and a job that pays at every end of the month, and who have no financial instability, or I don't know what to call it, good for you. But you will have no idea what I am trying, why I'm so excited. Because previously we would have taken our friend's offer, and hubby would have frantically tried and been so much stress trying to fix our car, and now he is stress free. It's amazing. And that's just my message. We got to start living in the moment. Realize life happens now. We now need a car. The spirit in us, the life led us to go and rent a car for a month. And now all our needs are met. We don't think what after this month or whatever it's, then we will know what to do, because then it will always be now. So my dear friend, whatever you are struggling with now, just know the life in you knows exactly what to do, what you should do. Just let go of your way, your will, your emotions, your everything, your plans. And the minute we surrender to the life in us, I mean the excitement, the peace and the joy in the midst of any situation is just overwhelming. I mean, peace and joy, I promise you, in the midst of any situation, the spirit life, our spiritual father, our source, tells us that is his promise to us. Not, I will give you whatever you want, I will make sure your dreams come true, and I will kill your enemies and whatever, speaking naturally now. No, the only thing the life in us told us is, I promise you, I will give you peace and joy in the midst of any situation that I will lead you through. Yes, there are many difficult situations we just find ourselves in. Nothing's not our fault. It's not that we planned it, or it's not anybody else's fault or mistake or whatever. It's just something we need to go through. We don't know the big picture. We don't know the big plan, but we are all part of the one spirit of unconditional love who knows the bigger picture. And he promises us. He's not saying, I will make you understand. He just says, don't worry what you are going through. If it is cancer, corona, financial insecurity, a terrible marriage, a child that's turning out different than you expected, the government that's corrupt, wars all over the place, whatever is happening, and whatever I am leading you through, this life says, fear not. The plans, as I was writing this, I forgot this verse. The plans that I have for you is to prosper you and never to harm you. But you know what? If we don't realize that our spiritual Father, the life in us, is unconditional love, we will never ever be able to make peace with our journeys, with what is actually happening in our lives. Because the thing is, the moment we start to surrender how we think our lives are supposed to turn out and start to accept how it is actually turning out, that is when we start to experience the abundant life that is already in us. But if you go through a really, really tough time, and it's war and corona and worldwide pandemics and wars all around and corrupt governments and deaths and rapes and murders, and call it what you want, that's going on in the world, how can you can experience peace and joy in the midst of everything? The only way that we will ever be able to do that is when we really start to trust and have faith and know that our life, our spiritual Father, our source, is unconditional love, is love, and that His plans for us is for our good, whether we understand it or not. We got to become like a little child, just trusting, even though we don't understand and have a clue what's going on. Just trust that all is well, that my life is unfolding perfectly, because my Father says the plans I have for you is for your good. So yes, if the plan is a tough plan, so be it. It's for my good. It's like a little child starting to walk and trying to walk. He falls down so many times, but his father, his loving parents are there picking him up, helping him until he can walk. So my lesson that I've learned and experienced today was, do what you need to do, what you're allowed, this life in you allows you to do, to make your life easier. We got to stop trying to figure everything out, trying to get our lives to turn out our way, because that's exhausting. That's what's killing us. We got to let go of our plans, our way, our vain imaginations and preconceived ideas, and just start to walk and make peace with what is happening, whether we like it, agree with it or not. Because that's the only way to ever experience heaven now. And if you just start to really, really trust and know this oneness that you have with the abundant life in you, with love, unconditional love, you will just know that everything is for my good. All is well. I'll get through this. And that will give you the peace and the joy you need to continue, to keep going, and to enjoy your life. The only way that we will start to really enjoy this process, this unfolding, the plans that our Father have for us unfolding, is when we start to live in this moment and start to savor every moment. So yes, in this moment, I've got a brand new car and I'm getting ready for my trip tomorrow. And this is my life now. And I'm not going to fear tomorrow. I'm not going to worry about tomorrow. Because tomorrow will also be now. And now, all my needs are always met. Isn't that awesome? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks that I can share my life with you. My life is your life. The abundant life in me is the abundant life in you. My loving Father is your loving Father. We are one in spirit and in truth. Only the truth can set us free. We are spiritual beings just manifesting in this realm. But we are one spirit, and that is just mind-blowing. So, love you lots. Have a fantastic day, and I'll tell you all about my trip. As I say, I share my life, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yes, I'm feeling much better. I had a tummy bug. Today is the first day that I could drink coffee again, and my body is nearly recovered, but my soul is well. Have a fantastic evening. Is it from Zetster's Lab? Love you lot.